Hello and welcome to the new video. Today we're going to take a look at the Togedemaru in the Great League Remix Cup today. This Pokemon is actually a very cool steel type here right now, as it has still some bulk, but also packs a punch with the move Wild Charge, but also going to be able to buff itself up with Fell Stinger here. Fell Stinger is a very cool moveset on this Pokemon, which makes it a little bit different compared to Pokemon like the Magnezone or the Magneton, giving it some option to boost itself and does even like then more damage with the Wild Charge, plus having a bait move for the Wild Charge as well. So this is going to be an interesting matchup here in general, or interesting team in general, as you're going to also have two Pokemon in the back that both have nuke moves. One time here the Earthquake from Gliscor. Gliscor is a really good Pokemon in the current meta, like one of the best Pokemon actually. I played myself, video for that, most likely tomorrow. But also we're going to have the Surf Edge here, which is running the move Brave Bird, which is going to be interesting. So, first game here, we're going to have already a scenario where you're going to have to use a shield against the opponent. Now you're shield down, while having a very low HP Togedemaru in the back, as well as your Surf Edge here. Luckily, the opponent decides to swap out here, because it's going to give you an opportunity, I think, because now I think you still have some energy left on the Togedemaru. You're gonna get the opponent load. If you can get to 2 Wild Charges here, you should be fine. Let's see, you're going to take too much damage for that. You have to go for one bait yet. Does the opponent know about this? Do they know about this bait? No, they do not. They're going to shield this move up, and in comes now the Wild Charge. And what a way to win the first game here already with Togedemaru. Bait, buff, and boom, I would say. Let's take a look at the next opponent. Amazing indeed for you here right now. Cresselia has nowhere to go against you. Going to be able to resist every single move Cresselia learns, as far as I know. I don't think there's a single one that they learn that you don't resist. So here we're now going to have the matchup against the double, where you're going to be able to definitely realign with your Surf Edge here. Or actually, I'm not sure. I think if they shield, they could realign themselves here, and I think they might want to do this. But I'm not sure about this. You're going to let this move go through? Honestly, no, that is the correct play here. That's totally fine, because you can farm down, and both of your Pokemon are going to be able to beat the Cresselia. So I like this play a lot. You just have to hope that they don't have something like a ground type in the back that completely shuts down your electric type, but that's very, very, very rare right now in the meta. So let's see. They're going to have a ground type in the back that completely shuts down your Togedemaru. That's very nice. You're going to have the Quagsire against you here right now, which is going to take the Fell Stinger. And honestly, I know already what you're going to try to do here right now, and I'm all for it. Let's take a look at this one here right now. Resisted Wild Charge against a ground type should do 0 damage in general, because it's how the main series works, but let's take a look how much damage it actually can do after 2 buffs here from Togedemaru. You're going to get out the Wild Charge now. Is it actually enough to knock them out? It is enough to knock out the opponent's Quagsire here. This is absolutely wild. You have an electric type going for an electric type move, then literally knocking out the Quagsire there from a matchup starting at full health. That's kind of wild. We're going to have now the Cresselia again. They're going to go for the charge move. They're going to go for the Grass Knot. I have no idea why they did this. This is going to allow you to get to another charge move here and win this game. If they went for either Future Sight or the Moonblast, they would have been able to knock you out. I have no idea why they tried to go for 2 charge moves there, but it's totally okay. We're going to see now the Machamp in the lead, which is really bad for you, but at least you're going to be able to go for one big Brave Bird here against the opponent's Cresselia, allowing you to get them very low, and it's also a CMP tie. Most likely a Grass Knot coming through against you here right now, which is going to knock you out, but you can go back into your Togedemaru, and this will allow you to maybe even go for Fell Stinger. I feel like that Fell Stinger is not the play here. I think, or maybe actually, you could maybe just go for 2 Fell Stingers here. But honestly, at the end of the day, most likely the opponent going to swap out eventually anyway, or like get in there Machamp later on. You will be able to get 1 shield from the opponent for sure here, and go into... Oh, no, you actually can farm all the way down. Never mind. Okay, I didn't expect this at all. This is going to be very good for you right now. You're going to be able to go for 1 charge. Oh, it's going to be a Steelix. Oh, no. This is going to completely go to waste. That is so unfortunate for you. As now the Machamp comes back in, and you're forced to go for the Night Sash. But the Steelix is going to be such an issue for you, because... Oh, actually denied you as well, which is really bad for you. But as you're going to see right now, actually, that's good that they went for the Rock Slide here. They didn't really have to do this. They could have just went for the cross chop bait the entire time. But the opponent going to be able to go for the Psychic Fangs here right now, and it's going to debuff your defense. It's going to be such a close matchup. Honestly, I always like to showcase other people's battle as well, because I never know how it's gonna go. So, like, if you have some cool gameplay as well, link is in the description, especially for the Open Great League, as we're going to have this also for the next week. It's very likely that I would showcase some, but also for this one still, because we still have some days left for it. But sadly, this is going to be a loss here, as expected, the Steelix is just going to be a little bit too much for you. While you get the boost here, oh wait, is this boost going to save you? Wait, no way, is it? Oh, it's so close still. That is so unfortunate. Like, this is like the health range where you think, if I did like one thing different in the game, maybe I would have been able to win this game. Who knows? But still a good game there. Still nearly a comeback from that horrific lead. That's kind of nice. But here we're going to now get out the Cresselia for you, which is going to be very decent actually, because you have Night Slash, because you have Earthquake, and because you can take at least one charge move from the opponent. Not really 2 Grass Knots, but at least 1 Grass Knot. And the Earthquake coming through and going to do some nice damage against the opponent. Like this, you can spam those Night Slashes, and this is definitely going to be a matchup where you can realign. And this is something that you most likely want to do here as well, right? No, you don't. Oh, never mind, actually. Oh, no, okay, you can actually still realign without even doing anything. Don't mind me here. You're still going to be able to realign. You can still go ahead and go into your Surf Edge after this one. Otherwise, you would have also been able to farm them down with your Togedemaru, but now you're going to get in the Golbat. This was a mistake. You definitely should have went for one more fast move here. This is a clear Fell Stinger. So, the opponent, of course, not going to shield a Fell Stinger because it's double resisted. So, that was definitely a mistake by you then. You can now go just straight for the Fell Stinger spam. It's going to be a tough one. You have to hope that you're gonna get some shields, but the opponent decides to just no-shield everything. So at this point of time, you hope that they go for a Shadow Ball, which is actually going to happen. And now you're just going to farm them all the way down. And now it's a Wild Charge time. You're going to be able to go for one Wild Charge immediately, and one more is coming afterwards, and you have to swap out after this. You're going to be able to swap out here as well, which is going to be nice for you. But you're gonna get both shields, and you should be fine here, I think. Like, they're gonna have to go for the Power Punch, and then for... Okay, you're gonna go for the Leaf Blade. Not sure if this is going to be enough to get them into counter down range. I'm not a... Okay, never mind. It was already low enough that you can just knock them out. Good game there. Next opponent, Jellicent in the lead. This is going to be a very good matchup for you, as you're going to have Wild Charge, which is going to just one-shot the opponent. And you're gonna go for the bait. Do they fall for it? They did not fall for it. And this is going to be now a little bit problematic. This was an unnecessary bait as well, because the opponent doesn't really do too much damage with the fast move anyway. So you could have just went straight for the Wild Charge. But like this, the opponent will be able to just go ahead and now force you out of here. You're going to go into the Surf Edge, which of course has access to the Leaf Blade. But do you get there? You just barely get there, but the opponent going to swap out into a Toxapex. But that's going to be okay for you. They're running double water, which is weird, because now they're going to be double weak against electric. So they might have some ground type in the back or something. I'm not sure about it. I don't think this is actually Wild Charge range yet, which is kind of wild. Like, this thing is going to be so bulky. Oh no, never mind. Okay, just barely does knock them out there. And you're going to get out the final Pokemon, which is going to be a double. And I guess you can swap out of here. I guess you're going to be able to now have a shield advantage, and I guess you're going to also have the super effective Night Slash against the opponent's Jellicent. So it's going to be an interesting matchup here right now, as you're going to be able to take another Body Slam, definitely better than you can take a Surf, and you will be able to now, you have to shield this move up. This is the only chance for you to win this game. That's going to be a tough one. The opponent going to swap out here, and you're going to swap out onto an Earthquake. This is going to be basically impossible to win now, I feel like, as you're going to have to try to get to 2, and it's going to be so difficult, because you have to get to a Wild Charge maybe, or you have to catch here, and you do catch here. This is amazing. You might be able to now outspeed the opponent to a Night Slash here as well, and you will be able to do this, and this is going to win you the game. Again, a great play by this player here. They're also in a pretty high elo range, so definitely seeming like they know what they're doing here, as they're going to have a horrific lead for you, basically the worst possible lead here with the normal Stunfisk against you. You will be able to now at least go into your Gliscor, which can resist all the moves here, so I don't know why they went for a charge move. But in comes now the opponent's Jumpluff. I guess they went for a charge move to put you into range for 1 Acrobatics. This does make some kind of sense, but you can still spam the Night Slashes here, and the Wing Attack going to be super effective. You're going to let the move go through. It's going to be just the Energy Ball, which you can take. Acrobatics would have been the way to go here right now. But this is going to be a very nice matchup now for you, as you can force the realignment here, but you do not want to force it. You're just going to try to keep the shield alive for your, little duck there in the back. I hope the duck is going to be enough to knock out the opponent though, because you have to need, like, you really need the, Surf Edge here in order to beat the Stunfisk. So they have to have something weak to fighting in the back for you to have a chance of winning this. There's no way. Like, you have to the Brave Bird, and you don't even go for the Brave Bird. So there's no way of winning this game anymore. This is going to be it for this one. There is literally nothing that you can do. You can just let the moves go through, to be fair. You had to go for the Brave Bird and hope and pray. But like this, there's literally nothing that you can do. They can just farm you down, and there is, nothing. Like, literally nothing. You can just also top left at this point of time. the opponent is going to have still a ground type in the back, and you're going to, okay, now know this as well, and just going to let the move go through. There was not a lot that you can do there anyway. It was kind of hard countered. Enhoff, a very known battler in the community, basically I think always qualified so far for Worlds as well, but yeah, very strong battler here, as you're going to now get out the LilyNiRiain, which is going to be a very good matchup for you. But actually I think LilyNiRiain can do something here against you, might be even able to realign if they use some shields. But let's take a look here. You're going to have to use a shield on your own, which was definitely not the way to go. You definitely want to get some more. Oh no, you cannot farm down. Oh, that's going to be so bad. If they shield this, you're going to go down most likely. Oh, they're not going to shield this. Okay, and you're going to get out the Sand Slash, which is going to be fairly decent for you here right now. And as you're going to see, you're going to have to go ahead and go into your Gliscor. But I feel like it's going to be a tough matchup because the Gliscor is going to not have the best time, and then Togedemaru as well not, and of course, such an experienced battler goes for the draw run here, didn't get baited into the Ice Punch. Great play there by Enhoff to win this game after kind of getting hard-walled, but still winning the game there. The Surfetch matchup for yourself there was definitely the way where you lost this battle. If you played your Surfetch a little bit better, you would have been fine, because Surfetch actually would have completely countered Enhoff's team there, being able to do super effective damage against every single Pokemon. But yeah, we're going to have here now the opponent's Cresselia, which is going to be very nice for your incoming Wild Charges, but sadly not enough to knock them out, and you're actually going to lose a zero shield scenario, so you're forced to use a shield here, and at least you're going to get out of this matchup with a charge move of the Wild Charge. You're going to be able to swap out here, now would swap out here most likely to keep your good friend Togedemaru alive, and you're gonna get out the Sand Slash. This is going to be Ice Punch. I think you might be able to still survive it, because both are not Shadow, so you're going to be able to survive it just barely here. This Earthquake would knock them out, and it does knock them out, which is actually maybe a little bit worse for you, because you could have got so much harm with your Duck there, that you might want to try to even go ahead and catch a move eventually. That's going to be a tough one actually still. Let's take a look at this. We're going to see the Body Slam coming through. Going to do not enough damage really to counter you yet, but they have so much energy that they're definitely going to get to another Body Slam. They need 2 more fast moves to get to the Body Slam, so you might want to go for 3 more fast moves and then swap here. You're going to go for 1 and then swap, which still forces the opponent to throw here, but it's still going to be a close one. They might still get to the Body Slam here in time, but they do not, and the Surfetch'd is going to go to town here. Honestly, Surfetch'd seems to be one of the best Pokemon right now to play as well, as you're going to get here the Alolan Sand Slash against you again. A lot of Alolan Sand Slash here, very strong Pokemon in general in the meta, as you're going to go ahead and go into the Gliscor. I don't think this is the play to go. I honestly don't think that you should have done anything like this. You had to stay in with your lead there, let the lead go down and align your Surfetch, but like this, like you're going to be in a scenario where you cannot do anything. Like the opponent going to now shield up once, get a ton of energy, and they have energy for both of the Pokemon that they have still in the back. So swapping out here did not make any sense at all. I'm sorry, that didn't really help you at all there. Just for the next time, if you face a Sand Slash, stay in, let the Togedemaru go down, and hope that your backline going to be able to counter them. Because here, for example, this is still something that you would have been able to beat as well with the Surfetch as well as the Gliscor. So at least this Pokemon would have been something that you can still beat. Again, not the best move timing here either for the Surfetch. You are forced to go straight for the Leaf Blade here because the opponent had a Surf already. And you wasted one fast move here as well, which is not ideal. Then comes again the Sand Slash. At least let us see the final Pokemon. We will never see it, but honestly, I feel like if you played it differently there and just let the first Pokemon go down with the Togedemaru, take the shield advantage there, would have been way better for you. Here we're gonna get out now the Jellicent, which might go ahead and go for a Shadow Ball, so you might want to shield this up, and it's going to be a Shadow Ball, as you're at least gonna be able to go for a bait, which I don't think is the right call here. I would have not went for that, and for good reasons. There was no real reason for the opponent to shield there if they stay in against you in the first place. They're clearly double weak to Electric, or double weak to Togedemaru, otherwise they would have swapped out already. So for them, they kind of wanted to just get some kind of advantage. They got this already, and here you're going to get their hardest answer out of there, I guess, with the Quagsire. And I don't think this is the right call either. I think that going into the Gliscor might be the better play, because Gliscor will be able to just resist the fast and usually the charge move as well. Like this, you're still going to be, of course, able to go for a charge move here, but at least I would have went to the Gliscor, giving you a little bit more health left. I feel like at least even a Stonish doesn't do that much damage. And we're going to now get out the Golbat. So I guess for the Golbat, it's nice that you're going to get this one out. But it's still going to be a little bit of a toughie here, right? We're gonna see the Wild Charge coming through. It's going to get the final shield of the opponent, but also you're gonna go down here from the Shadow Ball against you. So now it's Gliscor against the rest of the world. Can Gliscor do it? I doubt it, to be fair. Because you don't have a Shadow Gliscor, this does around 30% against the opponent, as you're going to see here right now. You're gonna get the boost. This boost might actually help you and save you. Let's take a look at this. Surf, you definitely still survive. You have to go for one Night Slash here. You have to go for one fast move, 2, 3. You're actually gonna go for the Earthquake. Is this a play to go here? Is an Earthquake enough to knock out the opponent's Golbat? The boost is just allowing you to destroy the opponent with an Earthquake there. That is absolutely absurd. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. There are also 2 videos on the screen. Check them out if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.